Hello guys, I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, I came across this story out of Utah. Shut up, Utah. You know what I'm saying? And this is one of the sickest acts of taking advantage of someone, you know, with a disability I've covered in videos. This has got to be up there. I mean, really up there, guys. A Utah man by the name of Brian Kenneth Urban, pictured here, 52-year-old man. This guy right here has just been sentenced to serve 5 felony charges consecutively after pleading guilty of raping his severely disabled stepdaughter, pictured here. Her name is Ashley Vigil. Now, Ashley Vigil was 31 years old, regardless of how she looks in these pictures. She suffers from something called Rett syndrome, which I don't know what that is. But she was told she wouldn't live as long as she did. And this guy took advantage of this girl in some of the most sickening, heinous ways ever. This girl right here uses the bathroom on herself, wears a diaper. She was having a deteriorating condition, right? And this guy was taking advantage of her. It says Rett syndrome, before we get into this video, Rett syndrome, a genetic condition that affects brain development in fewer than 1,000 people in the US. The mutation affects girls almost exclusively, plaguing them with maladies that require round-the-clock care. She couldn't feed herself. I don't think she could talk. She was nonverbal, I think. And she just couldn't move. She was stuck inside of her body, guys. And this animal took advantage of her. I tell you, a lot of people need to be shown the flowers. This guy right here needs to be the poster child of that. Take a look at this story, and we'll come back and do what we do.
Well, after nanny cameras captured a Utah man repeatedly raping his severely disabled stepdaughter, we've uncovered a little bit more about his past.
Awful story here. We told you about 52-year-old Brian Urban. He was convicted here in Utah for 5 counts of rape and forcible sexual abuse. He was sentenced to the maximum Utah law allows. Ashley Vigil died not long before he was actually sentenced.
Yeah, our Amanda Gilbert live after talking to her family and also supporters. Amanda?
I was the only reporter there as dozens gathered outside the West Jordan 3rd District Court. And they say now that Ashley is gone, they will continue to be her voice.
Brian, right now you are under arrest.
Long before he ended up here, Brian Kenneth Urban entered Paula Vigil's life in 2014.
When I first met Brian, he seemed like a superhero. I told him my life is doctor's appointments and surgeries.
Paula was taking care of her daughter Ashley, who had a rare genetic disorder known as Rett syndrome.
And they said there's very little likelihood that she will see her 11th birthday.
But Ashley made it to 31 while safe at home.
Together, we could be anything. She could be anything except for him.
When Ashley's seizures grew worse and she was losing weight, Paula installed nanny cams while working with her doctors to figure out what was happening.
And what I found was footage of him raping her.
Video after video, only a few watched in court, too graphic for TV, showed Urban undressing, moving, and then raping Ashley.
Face the door. Face the door for us.
He was arrested right after Paula made this discovery. In court, he'd eventually blame high levels of testosterone, steroids, and medication for his actions.
My testosterone levels were elevated extremely high in a short amount of time. I was in a dreamlike state where reality felt like a dream.
But as he spoke in front of a packed courtroom, the most important seat was empty. Ashley Vigil died in March, about 2 weeks before Urban's sentencing.
I was angry before, and when she died, I'm so angry now that I don't.
What are we trying to do? Pass Ashley's laws.
But her story has been heard.
Justice for Ashley! Justice for Ashley!
So much so one family drove from Montana to join this rally.
Paula reached out to me.
Paula says that family, that's the beginning of this story.
This story didn't begin here. It ends here.
So tonight at 10, you're going to hear from that family from Montana, what they say happened to them while they lived in Wyoming, and what I covered from police. Amanda Gilbert, KUTV 2 News.
All right, guys, that's the story of this sick son of a bitch, Brian Urban. And I don't even know why society even wastes their time. This guy right here need to go right now. He do, because ain't no jail time, ain't no kind of punishment other than the death sentence would be even close to what he put that girl through, all that hell. You took advantage of somebody that already had an uphill climb and battle with just life itself. She couldn't help how she was born, bro. Didn't she have enough to deal with without you coming and forcing yourself on that girl? Now, granted, guys, she's 31 years old, and he said she just passed. May she rest in peace. And I know her family's devastated. But I really want you guys to understand something, man, about suffering. There are some wounds that never heal. You could smile and, enjoy life somewhat, but in the back of your mind, you still suffer in silence. This is one of those cases. This is unforgivable. And I know that the mother, looking at her, the way she was talking and how she was upset, she feel as though she failed. Now, luckily, she put those cameras up and she caught this animal in the act of the brutality he did, waging war against this girl. But it's always that, thought in the back of your mind, maybe I could have prevented this another way. This is horrific, y'all. This is horrific. This affects a lot of people. They welcome this man. She said, you heard the wife? Oh, he was a hero. He was doing things. He was giving me a break. He was helping me with dealing with a child with a disability. That young lady needed round-the-clock care. And you come and do some shit like that? Who the fuck you think you are? Why is he in jail? Seriously, why should the law protect criminals like this and taxpayers feed this son of a bitch? Why? Why? I don't really listen to rap no more, but you know what I'm saying? One of the rappers, he locked up right now. AR-Ab said something in the rap verse, and I'll never forget it. I was like, that sound real right there. Check this out.
Fuck apologies if the disrespect public. The only way to solve it is a bullet in your nugget.
You got it. The only way to solve it is a bullet to the nugget. Some of these people got to go. This dude right here, you heard him? Heard his excuse? It's obvious my testosterone level was high. What are you, a bull elephant? What was you, in Musk? You can't, you were so turned up and high off your own testosterone that you couldn't, decipher an able-bodied woman, your own wife, from a daughter? Come on, man. Come on. Come on. That alone ought to blew both his eyes out his head with a double barrel. Stupid. She was suffering from mysterious seizures. That's why they put the camera up there. This guy was doing all kind of heinous stuff to her up here. Say he would go in the room, move her body because she couldn't really move like that, and do his sexual acts. Remove her diaper, guys. And he would do this multiple times. How sick are you, man? How sick are you? You smile and lay with the wife and then do the same thing with the daughter that can't help herself. It's impossible. This is some distasteful, savage, foul stuff. I done took supplements when I worked out and stuff like that. And what's that stuff they call, the testosterone spike and all that other stuff that, all them supplements you try to use to make you lift more creatine and all that. Ain't nothing that made me horny enough to where I couldn't have sex with who I was with. And I couldn't tell the difference. A woman was just a woman. I saw a hole and attacked it. You sound stupid. 52 years old, dumb as hell. I don't know why they keep going through these trials with these people. If they catch them on camera, get them out of there. Get them out of there. For real. I don't know why they keep doing this. This is messed up, man. I mean, I can't even get this out of my head. She had enough to deal with. Here you come taking advantage of her. And that's the thing I want you guys to understand. Human nature without home training or someone that can honestly control themselves, people are opportunistic. And the savagery continues. This guy right here, I'm sure when he first met this woman, his attention wasn't on that girl. I honestly believe once she felt comfortable with her, with her being around him and him being around her a lot, that's when all this stuff took hold. This is a sick individual. And the punishment to the crime should be no less sicker. I put him in a room and I take a fillet knife and I'm like, give me 5 pounds of flesh right now. I'm like, the clock starts now. I do him like a Saw trap, like that movie Saw. A pound of flesh, no more, no less. Get the cutting, fat ass. Talking about you took testosterone. You big as hell. Ain't damn muscle on you, all fat. You seen that shit? Look at his face. You taking testosterone for fucking what? If your dick didn't work, you could have left it alone. Either way, this is foul. Then he take him outside, chop his head off. I'm Stock Mark Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I don't think the punishment was enough, but I mean, the law is the law. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. May this young lady rest in peace, like I said.